Hail Hydra.
No! No, Kim, you can't have that! No, I wouldn't allow my sister to drink this stuff. So what is this really? Let's reveal it. It is British Sterling. What is this? It's cologne.
It's aftershave or something.
Or something. I don't know. It is very creative.
That's right.
That's our
It's a
version
very
of
good
Odio.
creative idea, guys.
It probably is poison because
Yeah, don't drink that. But, Cassius having that weird potion.
Right, it
to
makes
Oh
you
my gosh.
mad
make
and
it
go savage.
crazy. Yes,
Oh, wow,
exactly.
yes.
It's all messy and it
Now
dribbles
she's
down
gonna
your
be all
face.
savage.
It's not good.
God, can you imagine her doing that?
It's the new trend. You have to follow the trends, Kim. Come on.
Yeah.
So welcome back, guys. Storm here.
Mom here.
Kimmy here.
We're watching more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. today. We are on episode 15 of season 5. We have seen a lot of episodes. Every season has a lot of episodes, and we've really come far with this show.
Yes, years. We've been doing this for I don't know how
A
long.
long
Yeah,
time
long
now,
time,
yeah. And
Long
all of
time.
you guys are so positive. We love you guys following us.
you
Thank you
are.
so much for the support. Subscribing is huge. Like checking out our links below is just a huge thing for us. We have full reactions, and we really have a good community because we have wonderful, loyal people who are very respectful, who it's just easy to talk to, and amongst
right, yeah.
yourselves as well. Like you guys are just so wonderful to each other, and that's
You
important.
guys are
And
great.
we love what we do. We watch many, many hours every week, but we watch a show like once a week for the most part. And it's a lot. Like, but then again, we watch like 2 shows, some shows are like 2 in one day,
Right.
so there's a lot of videos that we are making. And anyways, like, we have so many of you asking us to watch double of everything, and it doesn't just go for one show, and we really appreciate it. It
That
means
is
a lot.
very nice
Yes,
to say
that's
that.
right.
Yeah, I
because
mean-
that means they want us to do more.
Which is great. And if we get bigger, maybe, but right now we're maxed out. But
And then we do movies too.
and we do movies, which take the
that's right,
longest,
that's
because that's usually like a 5-hour, like a 3 to 5 hour slot
That's
of time
right.
just for one movie because of breaks and setup and all that stuff. So sorry, quick babble, but yeah. So shows that have a lot of episodes take a long time to watch, and we don't see it as a bad thing though, because we love thinking about it once a week and saying like, oh God, and it makes us like change our theories sometimes because think about other details that happened, and
Yes, and then we talk to each other.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
It's nice.
it's just a different feeling, and it gets it like you
Different
get more
kind of
excited and you look forward to it more for the next time. Because when you binge watch something, it's just all in one go, and then you kind of mix details, and it's just not the
Right,
same.
yeah,
You forget
exactly.
easier.
Right.
I believe.
I agree.
But anywho, so I know with like certain things, some fans say like, "Oh, it'll take you years to watch this," but I'm like, "But we have fun," and a lot of you do say you like. Not that we're trying to prolong it because there's just so much demand for what we watch that we try our best to watch as much as we can, which is usually once a week per
right,
show, depending, because I know Clone or Rebels we watch a lot more of. But anywho, thank you guys for sticking by us,
Yes,
Thank you.
and we love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We have been watching it for a while, but we're over that hump. Not that we want that because we enjoy this show anyways,
I know.
but
We're in the tail end of the 5th season, or the
Yeah.
middle of the 5th season.
right,
I don't know how long this is.
I know usually they're in the 20s, right? Early 20s
Yeah.
or so. So we're about like just over that. I'm going to say towards the end. But yeah, so shall we get into this episode?
Yes.
do it.
Let's do it.
Hopefully it gets more positive.
I hope so, because I
so.
didn't like how Fitz was. I mean,
No,
none
I
of us
didn't
did.
care
It
for
was
that, no.
awful.
No.
I felt so sick to my stomach. And we're watching on Netflix. 5:15.
I hate this. Oh no. That's
So
right where
comfy.
Strucker was.
Yeah.
Of all the blindfolds I've forcibly worn, that was one of the nicest.
There's a method to this madness.
Add it all up, just doesn't feel like an Air Force operation.
It's time for S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra to finally unite.
Only if you believe in S.H.I.E.L.D. and get rid of your beliefs. I like how she has the Earth picture.
Hydra meeting.
Academy. Aww.
Yeah.
Would you please welcome Daniel Whitehall?
Oh. The man, the myth, the husband.
Mr. von Strucker.
Find out to use Red Skull's Tesseract. It's the greatest power source we've ever had.
Intriguing.
Outer space.
Finally! Some forward thinking.
Instant.
Interesting.
What are they doing? Someone's getting close to her.
Oh, what jerks! That's so dangerous. Oh, she did it. Good.
What?
Good. I'm glad she did that.
You punched the future leader of Hydra in the face. You screwed your chances of getting a good placement, genius.
Daniel Whitehall would like a word with you.
And you completed your final test? Well done. It's a rite of passage. You must eliminate any weakness.
What? She did kill her.
We're confident we see the future of Hydra in you. That's why I've selected you for my program. But you're the only candidate left with the other necessary qualifications.
What? Having a baby?
Having a baby? That's what how her daughter came to be.
You will give birth to our new leader. As I said, we see the future of Hydra in you.
Literally.
That's all she's...
About my future. Is there an option where I utilize my talents elsewhere?
No.
You always have a choice whether or not to comply.
But
the other one is not good for you.
Hail Hydra.
Good morning.
So she didn't have a
Rise
choice.
and seize the future.
Now her daughter's doing the same thing.
Don't hurt that dog.
She doesn't know it yet until she graduates,
yeah.
right?
Let me guess. Your country calls.
Right there. Wink, wink.
We've got a problem.
Is this an Air Force matter?
S.H.I.E.L.D. captured Gideon.
Is he talking?
It's bad. We have to
Gideon
move fast.
Malik.
You made contact with aliens.
It's an alliance of several races. They call themselves the Confederacy.
Well, why the hell wasn't I brought in on this?
General,
Stop it.
hail Hydra. Get him!
Commit suicide.
Get him to medical now!
Thought we'd seen the last of Hydra.
Well, don't worry. After today, you'll never have to see one of those squids again.
Okay.
It is a rite of passage to a life built on control and survival. That's why when you cut off the head, 2 more spring up.
And now we're the last 2.
So your dog lives.
That's right.
Choo-choo. Choo-choo train. It's a cat.
Nice job, Dad. You're on a roll.
Okay, we could do this because I got a mind like a steel trap.
It's gonna take a lot more time to retrain his brain to control his impulses and think clearly.
No! That's not a cat!
Glenn, honey.
That's not a
honey,
cat!
everything's okay.
No! You take a moment! Stop it! Stop pumping me full of that junk! You
I'm so frustrated.
God, there he is.
What in the Sam Hill?
Hello?
There's always food.
Stomach is so hungry, it's about to digest itself. I still outrank you.
Same routine. She just goes in.
I don't appreciate being ignored. You answer me.
Uh-oh.
Rip those sorry little headphones from your sorry little...
No! Because I am not gonna put up with one more second of this.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think she knows what the hell this is. What the hell is this thing? What is this thing? What is this contraption?
I learned my predecessors hadn't just made contact.
Another crate.
They had struck a deal.
This one's nuttier than a Butterfinger. We just guess what? War? Why didn't this make it up through the chain of command?
Does it matter?
If you choose those Squidbillies, it matters.
I didn't choose Hydra. I was born into it.
I am not some wingnut, and I stand by my red, white, and blue.
No, you stand by an eagle on a shield. Even after you saw Daisy Johnson shoot you in the head.
That wasn't Daisy.
Help me save humanity.
I would rather die.
Don't say that. I hate that. No.
Than slither on eight with
That's
you.
why I should have said that.
Oh,
I swear I will bust your cracking ass.
Let's try this conversation again when you're feeling more reasonable.
Let me out!
Trust Ruby. I don't trust
I'll
Ruby.
never talk.
And now here's Coulson.
Deja vu. Yeah, the same thing for everyone.
Oops, all berries. Okay, C+. By
Oops,
the way,
bears.
when Hale's done playing games, I'll be in my room.
No, you need to meet him for yourself.
For what?
One of Earth's mightiest heroes.
Her words, not mine.
Much smaller than you will pay if this comes to Earth.
What's he putting in him?
Show him.
Let me guess. Gravitonium.
Amongst other things. And Inhumans, or engineered warriors as they call them.
That's why you need me.
Now you see why we have to stop fighting each other.
And work together.
Right now, the Confederacy thinks that we have no choice but to cooperate. You're familiar with Dr. Whitehall?
I buried him. Go team.
Go team.
We've been searching for an old Whitehall program. Ruby is a perfect fit. Her physical biometrics were optimized for particle infusion.
I'm sensing a butt.
She's not ready. Yes, she would have the power to
crack.
level the alien armies, blow their ships apart. Destroyer of worlds.
We traveled to the future. We saw the aftermath of that program.
It's hard to take all that in.
You traveled to the future.
And back. Do not let anyone enter that chamber.
I can't tell if you're delusional or playing games with me.
She's taking it too personal because of her
This
past.
is very disappointing.
You have to listen to me!
He was so calm throughout this whole thing.
He's actually
Yeah.
understanding with her.
You told my mom that the destroyer of worlds cracks the planet apart, so what did I do wrong? Where is she?
That's
She's
a bad
creepy.
idea, Ruby. You can't beat her.
Yes, I can. Where is she?
I have a bunch of heads in my brain.
Stay quiet. Don't even make a sound. She'll think
Oh no!
Talbot.
Bill, I'm sorry, Colson! I'm sorry!
Jeez.
And her connection to General Fisher.
Hail is Hydra. Hail, Hydra.
Yeah.
We have a supervillain.
Who? Oh,
I was like,
Fitz.
I'm like, oh wait, no.
No disrespect, but you sure you got this, or do you need to consult Fitz?
No need.
I can't help when I'm locked up in this cell.
Not a chance.
I suspected you were listening in.
Yeah, and of course your solution involves us letting you out.
Would you have agreed to do it?
Never.
Well, then I didn't have a choice.
You didn't have a choice? Yeah, but we don't turn on our own here.
Do you want me to recount all the times that you did?
We'll figure out another way to track Hill down. We've done
That's right.
it before.
And it was a trap.
Again, I can't do anything while I'm locked away in this dungeon. Like a hideous, freckled stepchild.
Ed Simmons.
You've got that look.
Black or white. Good or bad?
I've been thinking about you and me. About us.
Gemma.
I know we get through this.
Oh, that's right.
Do you recognize this?
Yeah? It's mine.
That other tool belongs to Deke. Who got it from his grandfather?
Guys, be nice to him.
Grandson.
Oh boy.
He's the worst.
Good grandson.
See a cranky grandpa already.
Plus, his very existence proves that you and I make it to the lighthouse.
Is he gonna marry some belligerent space goon if she's gonna give birth to a Deke?
No, Fitz.
Fitz.
It means you and I are invincible.
Like what Max said.
Yes.
I let it there. Come on. That was a
Of
nice
course it
speech
did.
at the end
Yes,
there.
that was good. Oh,
Good old Gemma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
Good,
of the light,
glad.
good in people.
Oh boy.
I agree with Daisy and being upset at
Yes,
Fitz. Absolutely.
she can't trust
Definitely,
him.
yeah. Me too.
But I find it quite interesting how Fitz is right now because I don't like what he did. It made me really sick to my stomach and how he forced it. But it's good that he's saying now that, you know, he didn't like how it was handled either, but that was the only option that he had. So it still wasn't right. But he did. So he is mixed with that bad Fitz from the framework and him. And logically, he knew he had to use that more blunt or brunt side of him that was more aggressive and, you know, just to do what he needed to do.
I mean, to program a robot to shoot Mac, that's pretty
Yeah, it's
That's
awful.
too far.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, maybe he didn't think it was going to go
Maybe they
that
could've
far
just
because
shut the door and locked it.
it was just defending. But still, like, why give it guns in the first place,
Yeah.
anyways?
sure.
Because it could injure your friends. So I don't like what he did there, and I know it's going to be a problem for a while. But it was interesting now to hear, well, we have a Hydra supervillain or whatever, and I'm like, oh crap, yeah, because he was the head of Hydra for a while in the
right.
framework.
That's
So,
right.
you know,
Oh.
I mean, there's a lot going on here too with Hale. Like, that's what she meant by working together with Coulson, because they're trying to save humanity, and the way that it just turned on us where it made more sense and Coulson agreed.
That's
away.
right.
I was like,
And
wow.
until she didn't believe him and his story.
Mhm.
But he really went for it. He was like, yeah, we have to work together.
That's right.
I mean, shockingly, he
Mhm.
just agreed. So it is for the greater good. And it doesn't look like she has anything else up her sleeve at all. But Ruby just has this thing about Quake, about Daisy.
And it's really weird. Like, it's really obsessive. And
She wants to be stronger than him.
yeah, and you can see her look where she twitches a little bit when Daisy's mentioned, like, oh, like, oh, like she's just aggravated by it. Like, I need to be better. So she is quite dangerous. Again, poor Yo-Yo losing her arms.
That's
and
right.
Coulson had a point there. Like, here Captain America had a lot of heart, and now you have this woman who has a bad temper, and she has no remorse when she injures people, kills people. Like,
And poor
she chopped
Talbot.
off someone's
Poor
arms.
Talbot, too.
Talbot!
Yeah.
You know, I'm happy he survived that gunshot, but still, like, now he was transferred. They didn't know where he was all this time. He can't even
Poor
see his
wife
family at
and
this point. Yeah, the
Yeah,
kids.
that's right.
He's been through so much. I really hope he can get out of this at some point and be
too.
good. We want all of humanity to be good because I know the
Absolutely.
Earth's probably going to fracture. Hopefully not.
You want him
But we hope that'll
Wilson out of
be...
there.
Yeah, I just hope they can change it because
jeez.
the whole
Yeah.
linear idea of time, like, I don't like it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and you know, poor Talbot, for Hale to say, you know, you're not in the military anymore. It's done, and you're off site, and you know, your family thinks you're fine, and you're rehabbing, but you know, life
Yeah,
as you
it's
knew
just,
it is gone.
See, it's hard too because here we're getting all this information that I don't know if us hearing it is making it worse or making it or solidifying it to happen. You know, because here, like, we hear the project's name is called Destroyer of Worlds or whatnot. And, okay, well, and then Daisy gets that label. So, obviously, it seems like Gravitonium, Daisy, not a good mix to have together. Maybe she tries to save Coulson, too, at that time because future Yo-Yo made that comment saying that you have to let Coulson die. So, I feel like that's going to come into play as well. But I know there's a lot of stuff that we're missing too. So I really don't think Daisy will intentionally destroy the Earth. I know it'll probably be a major accident, maybe her trying to save Coulson. I don't know.
Oh, no.
But I'm just hoping them knowing this stuff and now Coulson hearing about the name Destroyer of Worlds. And he's like, don't do it. Because it's obvious that her going to help here won't be good. But maybe there's something else in that mix that is the problem and not actually her initially.
Yes.
Maybe it's freaking Ruby that's going to be the issue.
Right.
Oh,
How did I
yeah.
fail?
That'd be-
Because now they know and it's a loop and all of our agents don't speak in detail when they're separated every little detail on what they said to other people, and it only takes a couple words to convince someone or change an outcome, right? So maybe she's the one who interferes with Daisy because she needs to be better. I wonder if she's going to be the weakness that causes it.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe,
Yeah.
and she might cause it, and then we just don't see her in that clip, you know, that we all saw when they were in the future of it was just Daisy there. And so maybe it was, you know, it was Ruby all along.
Yeah, because we didn't actually see it
Right.
destroyed, right? We saw her there, but we didn't actually see the Earth blow up or anything, right? So we don't know, we don't have any evidence to solidify what happened. So
Ruby.
I just feel like there's some kind of key element that isn't all the stuff in front of us. Like there's something else that is going to interfere to cause this to happen.
It's going to be a big surprise.
A horrible
So-
surprise. I hope not. I know.
Wow.
Sorry, Hive comes back or Word comes back. Hey, you know. I always say that every time. But I don't know.
Who knows who's going to come back? I mean, you have
That's
so
right.
many.
So many.
I mean, we just saw, Whitehall, and that was in the
Yeah.
past, but still, you never know.
You know, it was kind of
Go
fun to
Garrett,
watch. I mean, it was messed up, but like with the safe house, when they're getting conditioned, I guess, and everyone is like repetitive where they're waking
Here's your
up in the same
clothes.
room or something similar to that same room, and your clothes are there, the door's open, they get dressed, they go out, they go get food, and then they're lured by Ruby, and then they get annoyed and she fights them or whatever. So it's like initiation or just to see what their decisions are going to be. And Coulson had the best one because he's just all cool and like he's not falling for it, and he goes, I'll go back in my room. So Hale had to go hunt, go back and find him. So that was different, and I like seeing
and
that.
I think Ruby was a little impressed by that.
He doesn't even care. He's like, okay, what's Hydra playing now or whatever. Yeah.
And we didn't see Strucker in this one.
No,
So
yeah.
I wonder what
So, okay, so we saw the class, and they were all together.
28 years ago.
28
so
years
his
ago.
father was in class with her mom.
So that was them. And then we see Whitehall, and he, of course, doesn't age or something, or he takes a long time to age, right? Because he did all that crap to his body before with Daisy's mom or something, right? Like, and killed her. Oh,
That's
God.
right.
So that's why
Or
he was
whatever.
back, back then. But, and then it was terrible for Hale because, she
That's all they
was
wanted
born
to use
into
her
that.
for, yes.
And she was used as property.
That's right. Oh, you have the one thing we need, and then you're just going to go off in the Air Force, which to them is not optimal. They wanted to work with Hydra directly.
Yeah.
So this is how truly Hydra was with S.H.I.E.L.D. at one point, where they were just at least agents. They were just, double agents, really, like spies.
Yeah.
For going into to work with S.H.I.E.L.D. like Hale's friend, who was going to do middle management in S.H.I.E.L.D. And
I think
he wasn't like excelling.
Yeah, because Hydra, has been around like for so long that I would think them going into S.H.I.E.L.D. because they were involved with S.H.I.E.L.D. for a very long time and brought it down because they had no idea.
Yes.
So I think them being positive about going into S.H.I.E.L.D. might have been that, oh, well, you get to be a spy or something for them. Not that they're playing both sides. I don't know. But the concept is interesting. I mean, we just see Nazis are horrible murderers and, don't like Hydra at all. Yeah. But it is interesting to see, we have to work together to save humanity, and we'll see what happens.
I know. And, fighting these, using the Confederacy. Now, are they fighting the Confederacy, or the Confederacy is on their side?
The Confederacy is pretty much telling them, not giving them a choice really, but to work with them. So they're pretty much a supremacy, like they're in charge.
Yeah, you do what we say or else.
Yeah, like you have to do this or this is going to happen to your Earth or whatever. So Hale is pretending to comply with that.
Okay, yes.
But she's telling Coulson something else, that no, we need to work together to
Yes.
trick them
and he
to
was
think we're working
right on the money with the same thoughts that she had. She just can't get over the fact that they actually time traveled.
And with everything else going on,
you
too. And
just
they literally
zapped
just,
him.
I know, you just teleported to see this shadowy guy, this shadowy figure. Like, you really don't believe
just
in
did
time
that,
travel.
and you don't believe that we.
And your daughter was part of an experiment. She's like super strong, and she has special skills. I mean, she could have just trained for that, but we know that there's more going on there, probably within human abilities, and I don't know. So I'm hoping she will believe that soon, because that is a big weakness of hers as well, to, try to convince Coulson. And once he challenges her and says something that sounds far-fetched, she immediately shuts down. I'm like, you gotta be a little bit more open-minded if you're trying to force someone else to understand your predicament too,
Yeah. At least she said, go think about it. Like, we're not going to do something to you, but just go think about what you said to me, and we'll talk later.
And Fitz knows now that Deke is his grandson.
Oh, I love that moment. That was good. He's still so funny. Fitz is like, man, he sucks. So what did he say, Deke?
That's funny. I was like, that's your
Her daughter's getting married.
Like, they were
He's already
cool
on
with the
that.
daughter. Like, and then she married some guy, and then they made it Deke.
I know.
like it's the son-in-law's fault.
I know. That's so mean. Well, hopefully they'll warm up. I mean, there's a lot of crap going on right now that they have to fix, but he did smack him too. over the head with a freaking crowbar, right? It was a crowbar or something.
Oh my gosh.
Terrible. So there's a lot of fixing.
Yeah, that's
And going to Fitz, you know, with Daisy going in there and, you know, saying, you're not getting out of there. And he's like, fine, you know, I can't do any, you know, he's trying to really convince them, I need the computers, I need to do this, I need the lab. But, you know, I can see why Daisy wouldn't trust him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He goes in one swipe with a computer. Look what he did before, you know.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
and
lured
he's
her down
honest.
below by herself to get the drone there, the droid there to, you know, capture her. I mean, she can't trust him.
Yeah,
it takes a little while.
But yeah, I totally understand where Daisy's coming from. That was horrible. I mean, literally exactly what she said. Like, you drugged me and you cut me open against my will. Like, that is awful. And I can see Fitz's point, but it was terrible. And he agrees. He's honest about it. And he's like, no, I didn't like how it happened, how I did it, but that's the only option I had to save the world. So that I can see as well. I just think it's awful, especially amongst friends. Not that you wouldn't do this to anybody.
And
but
what is he going to do this going forward too? Is he going to keep doing it because he thinks it's, you know, the right thing to do? You know, pushing the envelope.
You can't force
and
someone,
your team to do certain stuff.
I need to cut you open. I need your arm for something else because that's
or whatever the scenario is. Yeah.
Speaking of arms, Yo-Yo, they did a surgery on her, and it looks like
That's
she has two
right.
mechanical arms now.
That's fantastic. And Gemma didn't want Fitz to, you know, do a one look-see over on her. She's like, no, I'm good, you know.
Yeah.
Probably because she didn't want him to get out.
Yeah, it's too soon, I guess. But I mean, to have Mac there, that's incredible. I know surgeons probably do that with their families all the time, but I can't imagine like helping, you know, doing surgery on a loved one. I don't know. You have to be a special kind of person to be able to do that.
Right, and they're a skeleton crew too now, so
so
you know,
she didn't really have a choice probably, and Mac
cool
most likely wanted to be there. And
Absolutely.
I just think emotions, you get distracted and be like, oh my God, you know, and not think straight. If she starts bleeding out an artery or something, like, you know.
Yes.
It just,
for sure.
But I'm glad it was successful. It seemed she could move her digits, and
that's good.
That was
amazing. I can't wait to see her in action.
Me too. I can't wait too. And she'll be stronger. And, you know, Mac had a really cool concept there where, I mean, it's scary too, where you think you're invincible because she has a long way to go before she dies.
Yes.
But again, they're trying to change the future. And right now they know they're stuck in a time loop. So if they can change anything, that might be the first thing to happen, is that one of them's going to die a lot sooner because they are too confident and they change their path because their will is all crazy and they're like, oh, I'm invincible, nothing can hurt me, so they do actions that they wouldn't normally do.
Right. That's right. And Fitz and Simmons, you know, they came to the conclusion that, at least Simmons said, you know, and we're going to survive this. Yeah, but are you guys gonna, you know,
again, you can change it though. You don't know.
I mean, it can go as far as her getting pregnant, you know, and who knows what's gonna happen, right?
Exactly.
I mean, it might not be, you know, them seeing her grow until, you know, until they can see actually Deke being born. You know, you don't know how long they're gonna.
She might just get pregnant, then he might die. Who knows? Because they just think, you know, it's gonna happen to me. And
or there might be a complication in the pregnancy, and she.
I really hope not. Let's not.
I know. Let's not even think that.
That's horrible. I know that would like destroy me too, because we love all the relationships, like all the bonds everyone has on the show, and there's already so much heartbreak. They make it more realistic that way, I know, but we don't like the heartbreak. So if Fitz and Simmons, like they're like the heart of the show. I mean, Coulson, Daisy, Mac, Yo-Yo, everyone, but I really hope Fitz and Simmons survive.
Yes.
Yeah, I do too.
That'd be good. So love you guys so much, and we can't wait to watch the next episode. Please subscribe, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.